Hi everyone, it's Erin, and I'd like to talk to you about an important topic, which is stress. I have the proposition for you, and that is to improve your health and well-being by taking time to identify and manage stress in your life. The last few months have been pretty crazy, and it has really highlighted how different things can affect people and stress them out. It has been crazy for me and a lot of different people, and I've seen the effects of stress, and it has really reminded me that one of the most important things that you can do is to take care of yourself in life. So what I'm going to discuss is what stress is, how it affects you, and different ways that it can be moderated. So what is stress? The National Institute of Mental Health describes stress as how the brain and body reacts to demands and challenges. So it's a natural part of everyday life, natural part of your body, and it's not always bad. It can help you in an emergency situation or simply give you feedback in different situations. Understanding how we react in stressful situations can help us combat our own stress levels. According to the Stress Management Society, there are three main reactions to stress, and that is fight, flight, and freeze. A lot of us know the fight or flight when we get increased heart rate and breathing and that rush of energy from different hormones. And that allows us to fight something off, run from something, and that can be in small instances or big instances. The one that's not really talked about as much is the freeze response, and that's when you get a dysregulation in processing and you just go and freeze until you figure out what to do. I'm sure many of us have experienced that as well. Can you identify which stress reactions you have the most? I can. It's usually the freeze. By identifying what stresses you and how you react to stress can greatly benefit you in managing your stress. Once you're able to distinguish these things, you can start to create new management techniques that can assist with easing stressful situations. One of the greatest things is to avoid stressful situations, but that's nearly impossible. So, how does stress affect you? Well, it can affect you physically, mentally, and emotionally. The American Psychological Association provides a great guide on how stress affects different bodily systems. They go through the musculoskeletal, respiratory, cardiovascular, endocrine, gastrointestinal, nervous, and reproductive systems in a handy-dandy condensed guide. This can either be through acute systems, which is quick, or chronic systems, which is over time. And both acute and chronic systems can affect you in ways of muscle tightness, fatigue, difficulty breathing, increased heart function, release of stress hormones, irritated digestive tracts, headaches, or mental or emotional distress. Chronically, it can cause or worsen many conditions. It tends to increase inflammation responses, decrease immunity, and it can lead or increase your chances to get different conditions such as high blood pressure, high cholesterol, heart disease, obesity, stroke, and so on. So chronic stress is really bad. Let's not get it. Easier said than done, right? But not only physically, stress can affect you mentally and emotionally. It can increase conditions such as depression, anxiety, insomnia, or cause burnout. Yay! According to Resources to Recover, which is resources to give people mental health solutions for different things, they state that 75 to 90% of doctor visits are stress-related complaints, and 77% of people say that they regularly experience physical symptoms of stress. That's too much. Of course, some life events such as traumatic accidents, assaults, death, or ongoing issues such as discrimination or poverty can be incredibly difficult to navigate on your own, and that is when a therapist or a mental health program can greatly assist in relieving stress and trauma. That's kind of more serious situations. Consider it if you need it, but when it comes to your everyday life, you can do a lot for yourself. You can figure out what stresses you, how you react to stress, and therefore you can make your own management techniques. So one of my favorite resources for looking up different management techniques was through the American Psychological Association and their article, Healthy Ways to Handle Life's Stressors. Awesome. They did a really good job of summarizing a lot of scientific papers into nice little categories that you can kind of glance, read, say, I like that, and then look a little bit deeper into what resources they provide you with. So some of the most popular management techniques you can indulge in are physical activities, and this is sports, stretching, PT exercises, physical therapy exercises, yoga, meditation, and so on. This increases your musculoskeletal health, your heart and respiratory health, releases endorphins, and just keeps you physically healthy, which is drastically important. They have activities such as musical and artistic activities. And this can be playing an instrument, singing, drawing, sculpting. There's a ton of different options. And this is great if you're not as physically capable. And these activities not only get the creative juices flowing, but they can improve your cognitive abilities, motor abilities, problem solving and spatial skills, as well as memory and ability to process and synthesize different pieces of information. There are also techniques such as talking or journaling, which is very, very simple to do. You can talk to someone who's willing to listen, or you can keep a journal. And this allows you to reflect on different things that are bothering you. This allows you to process different situations with other people and get feedback and new perspectives on what is causing you issues. Another very important thing you can do to handle stress is just by connecting with your friends and family and enhancing your social circle. Humans are very social creatures, whether we think so or not, and having at least one person you can have a good time with, create memories, or have something to look forward to is very important, and it can really have you appreciate life more if you're doing something with another person. And of course, the core basics of dealing with stress and being healthy is getting enough sleep, getting enough water, exercise when you can, getting nutritious food, and also spending time in nature, which I feel like a lot of people don't do. If all of these things don't appeal to you, or you are lost, or you try many of these things and you're not feeling more relaxed or relieved, there is always professional help, and they can help you sort through different things, or they can help you with management techniques and create something that's a little more custom for you. These are all great options, and if you don't do one of these already, you definitely should, because life can be unpredictable and very difficult to navigate, and you're always going to face challenges in different aspects of your life, and by learning how to identify and manage different stressors in life, you're providing yourself skills to be adaptable to these challenges, and you give yourself an advantage to solve challenges as they arrive. And by taking care of yourself, no matter what method you choose, you improve your overall well-being, both physically and emotionally and mentally. And you can't overlook that life is meant to be enjoyed. So if you're not finding any enjoyment in life, then it's time to take a different perspective and reflect and find something that will make you happy. Make a promise to yourself to think of yourself for at least 10 minutes a day, because it can really make all the difference in the world and make your life a better time. So think about stress and how it affects you in your life, and create different management techniques to greatly improve your life. Thank you.